Hello, and welcome to our Knowledge Nugget series. Today, we are going to explore the business model canvas in the context of smart manufacturing companies. In this session, we are addressing three main questions. What is the purpose of the business model canvas? What is the structure of this canvas? And lastly, how can we use the business model canvas to describe and design business models for companies active in smart manufacturing? So let's start. Before we are going into detail with the business model canvas, let's clarify what a business model is in the first place. In a nutshell, a business model describes how a company creates value for itself while delivering products or services for its customers. A few defines a business model as follows. A business model is a framework for making money. It is the set of activities which a firm performs, how it performs them, and when it performs them so as to offer its customers benefits they want and to earn a profit. The business model canvas can be traced back to Alexander Osterwalder and Yves Pigneur, who developed it in 2008. It is a template to develop new or to describe and revise existing business models. It is a visual chart with 9 building blocks that systematically structure a company's approaches and activities to create and capture value. The 9 building blocks are the following. In the center of the canvas, we find the value proposition. This section describes the unique value that a company offers to its customers. It can list concrete product and service features, but also more abstract benefits and goals that a company helps their customers to achieve. On the right-hand side there is the block customer segments. This block identifies the specific groups of customers that the business will target. It can list all different customer segments and their specific characteristics. Channels clarify the ways in which the customers are reached to sell and deliver a product or service. This section can mention more than one physical or digital channel and how these channels complement each other. For example, a channel can refer to a specific part of the value proposition or a certain customer segment. Customer relationships refer to the activities that a company engages in order to establish, maintain, or deepen the relationship with its customers beyond single transactions. These activities can include information or training offers, loyalty programs, or after-sales services. In revenue streams, the sources of revenue are stated and how these revenues are charged. For example, a company can charge for products based on sales or rentals. In addition, services are charged per use or based on a monthly subscription. We now move to the left-hand side of the canvas where we specify how the value is created. We start with the key resources the business will need to operate. A guiding question here is what are the business's most important resources in terms of what type of people, what technology, and what equipment is needed. But also intangible resources can be important, like patents, trademarks, brands. Next are key activities. What are the business's most important activities, for example, product development or marketing? In this block, the key activities that the business will need to perform in order to deliver its value proposition will be described. Because a firm cannot and should not own all resources and perform all activities by itself, it is important to consider key partners. Basically, this block opens up a make or buy decision with respect to certain resources and activities that are better or more cheaply obtained from outside partners and suppliers. Lastly, cost structure. What are the business's most important cost drivers? Those activities or resources, produced in-house or obtained from external partners, that are most costly should be emphasized in this section. Together, these 9 building blocks provide a comprehensive overview of a business and its operations. By filling out each section of the business model canvas, businesses can develop a clear and structured plan of how they will create value and generate profit. Let us apply the business model canvas in the context of smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0, often referred to as the Fourth Industrial Revolution. It is characterized by the ability of machines to collect and analyze data in real time, enabling them to make decisions and take actions without human intervention. In Industry 4.0, data plays a crucial role in enabling machines to make decisions and take actions. This data can come from a variety of sources, including sensors on machines and whole factory lines, or also other equipment like mobile devices or external data sources such as weather data or market trends. The data is typically collected and analyzed using advanced technologies such as machine learning and artificial intelligence. One of the key benefits is the ability to use data to improve the efficiency and productivity of manufacturing processes. By analyzing data in real time, businesses can identify inefficiencies and bottlenecks and take corrective actions to improve their operations. This can result in cost savings, increased production rates, and improved product quality. Overall, data is a key enabler of Industry 4.0, and its use will continue to grow as more businesses adopt advanced technologies and automate their operations. But what if a company does not currently have enough data to analyze in order to optimize individual machines, their production line, or the entire production plant? Or the other way around, why shouldn't companies that collected large amounts of valuable data be able to share it? For example, in exchange for money, complementary data, or superior analytic services. This is exactly the idea of the company Advanio, which created a data marketplace to trade data sets from different industries with the use case of predictive maintenance. The corresponding business model pursued by the company can be described as data marketplace. Here, Advanio acts as an intermediary between data providers and data users who ultimately exchange the data after a purchasing contract has been closed. Let's take a deeper look into Advanio's business model as a data marketplace using the business model canvas. The core value proposition can be described as data as a service, as Advanio enables the storage, integration, and processing of data and provides analytic services where appropriate. Moreover, it can promise clean, processed, and ready-to-use data to customers. Advanio could also offer data fusion in order to enrich and combine novel data sets for even higher value creation. An important customer segment in the context of Industry 4.0 are manufacturers, which of course could be further differentiated with respect to certain branches to focus on. But also other players like analytics service providers who want to buy or share data could be mentioned here. The main channel to be used will be the online market platform by Advanio, but also other dedicated channels are possible, for example, for large key account customers. To establish and strengthen customer relationships, Advanio could provide webinars and training in the area of predictive maintenance. It could offer free test data sets to convince customers in the first place. It could publish white papers on best practices, how customers successfully used Advanio data. It could also provide consulting to give potential clients a jump start in predictive maintenance. Typical revenue sources in a marketplace business model are transaction fees, like charging a share of revenue from a certain data transaction. They could also charge monthly subscription fees with a certain allowance of data volume to be downloaded. Furthermore, they could charge extra service fees, for example, for the preparation of special data sets. Important resources are the cloud and computing infrastructure needed to operate the marketplace, store and exchange the data. You also need qualified staff, especially a data science and engineering team. They perform the key activities of maintaining and optimizing the technology infrastructure, as well as data integration tasks. Since this is a two-sided marketplace, customers can also be your key partners by not only buying but also offering data. Advanio may also decide to license valuable data from third parties. The largest cost drivers are likely related to the technical infrastructure and the qualified personnel. Another important cost factor relates to customer acquisition through various marketing channels. For the marketplace business model to work, Advanio needs to acquire many data providers and buyers in order to realize cross-sided network effects that increase the value for participants. All in all, the data marketplace is an emerging business model that can greatly benefit manufacturing firms by enabling their smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0 initiatives. In this session, we explored and applied the business model canvas to analyze this particular new business model in more detail. Thank you for listening and goodbye.